Today's show is sponsored by Pink Horsepower. Fellas, when you're down and out, take a shot of Pink Horsepower. Get on the up and up. No need for the panicking. Pink Horsepower leave you stiffer than a mannequin. Pause. Make sure you go to pinkhorsepower-net to go and get yours. Listen, today joining the show is a very, very special guest. He's a rapper, actor, businessman, entrepreneur. His first album, Get Rich or Die Trying, second album, The Massacre, and single, In the Club, all went diamond, selling over 10 million records each individually. He's also the executive producer for the hit series Power on Stars, which has the biggest audience for a series ever on Stars, along with the hit show BMF. He recently got his residency in Las Vegas. Look, we could go on and on. I want to introduce a good friend of mine, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. What's up, man? I got my nigga Yayo in the building today. Fifth already here. Motor.
What's good,
What's the
nigga?
deal,
What's good?
man?
What's good, boy?
I'm happy y'all here, man. Fifth, what's going on, baby?
Oh, man, I'm excited, man. I'm a good
Everything's
spirit.
good. Talk to me about this residency that everybody's talking about, because niggas get residencies in Vegas, but more than the residency, people keep talking about the money. Everything is,
that
yo,
was
what's
the
up,
number.
$15 million. Everywhere we go in this I never seen a nigga get this much congratulations on residency. Basketball players,
Yeah.
executives, bitches. What makes this residency so important?
Well, look, for me, it's important to me. I don't have to travel. It's not, when I'm tired, it's usually fatigue from the travel.
Right.
From place to place, that part. Like, well, this is why we start jet setting. Like, we start being on jets all the time. It makes it a lot easier for me to cover a lot of territory faster, period. And then when we said we could close the year out and I could do the residency piece, I was like, I was in talks to do the Sphere, to be in there. And then it's super complicated to build a show for that room.
Right.
So it was like, this was the better option of the two to do.
Gotcha. Where's it at so people know?
It's in the PH Live at the Planet Hollywood.
Gotcha. You just came off a world tour, grossed over $100 million from what I was looking at. Do you still enjoy touring as much as you did when you were younger?
I really enjoyed the last tour. Like, and it was because there was no pressure. Like, I didn't just come off a record where I got to get people into these new songs and stuff like that. The television business was saying it was on strike, so I was saying I was on tour.
Right.
And it was like at the same time, because they did that, I took the tour, and I went through a process with Live Nation before they was willing to do it. I did like 6 shows this when we was doing GLG.
Yeah, I think it started with 4, damn near.
Yeah, 4. It was 4 joints, and it was like in Germany.
Right.
And they didn't want to support it because they felt like we was gonna have issues because of COVID. So I ended up financing the whole thing.
Right.
And then I had guys that I worked with previously in those markets be the promoters for me, so they did all the logistics and everything for it.
Right.
But the deal was my deal.
Gotcha.
Like, it was nobody else involved. And then I came back after we did 4. We went back and did 16 more days.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm selling shits out, campus. It was like, our audience has money.
Right.
Like the people who were in college partying in 03, they now grown.
Right.
And success, the habit that they have to have a drink periodically, they got a wine cellar in Success.
Right.
They got a bar at the crib. They're casually having that drink at home instead of in the club, because their kids are now having the drink in the club.
Right.
And while I'm out on this run, they was willing to come with their kids, it felt like. Because it was like, I'll go to that one with you.
Right.
That other shit, I don't know what they saying. Like, like the way the new style.
That's a fact. What about you, Yayo? You've been there from the beginning. You enjoying this shit too?
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, we in the
I'm gonna
best
give me my money
hotels,
back,
you
Cam.
know?
You know how much money I made him?
How much you made him? I see you take it.
I'm appreciative. You know what I mean?
I seen you too. So I want to stick to the touring and go into some things that people don't know about you real quick. But I want to ask you, Yayo, I seen you taking some acting classes, 50 posted.
Right.
Do you feel, when you see Fifth, do you be like, yo, what's up? Can I get a part? What's happening? Does he tell you, I need acting?
You know how I feel? I feel like Power wouldn't be what it was if he put all his friends in there.
Gotcha.
So I know it's not like that. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? And he turned everybody, Michael Rainey, all these guys into big actors.
Right.
But some of them been to school for years.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I know it's not just he could just put his friends in there.
Right.
Of course, I want to be in something.
Right.
But you know what I mean? You gotta work for it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's what's up.
And then as for tour, come on, we staying in like Omani Hotel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We staying in the Four Seasons.
Right.
We staying in the best hotels.
The best of the best.
Yeah, and he don't gotta put us in those hotels.
Right.
You know?
Nah, that's what's up, man. Because for me, and I didn't have to love like such music-wise, I just be, sometimes it'd be like, yo, I don't feel like it. I don't really feel like it. My nigga, I can't do it, my nigga.
Exactly.
Yeah, nah, but when I see you guys on tour, y'all niggas are genuinely enjoying yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, talking to Star, so what was your last 72 hours like? This week, where did you go?
Oh, man. We went to Qatar.
Mm-hmm.
So we flew, this was
12 hours.
12 hours there.
12
this was
there, 13
This
hours
is Thanksgiving night.
Right.
We flew to Qatar.
Atlantic City.
12 hours. We went there for like an hour and 45 minutes. So we got off. No, it was about 3 hours.
You were there for about a good 3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah.
And then we got back on the plane. So it's like 13 and a half hours back. So it's 25 and a half hours. And then we went from there
Straight to AC.
to Atlantic City.
Harris.
Did Harris, the pool party, and
And
then
the Ravens.
Then we had to go to
went from there to Baltimore to their casinos in Baltimore.
Y'all niggas ain't tired?
And then we had to come to Vegas, nigga.
Yeah,
it ain't even over yet.
Then you going to Miami.
Then Miami.
Then you going to Art Basel.
Yep.
Y'all niggas moving like rock stars, man.
We're moving.
Nah, that's what's up. Tell me about the liquor.
Well, Bill Branson and LeSherman Dewar, those are, I own the entire company.
Right.
It's not
Sire?
Like, Sire Spirits. It's my son's company.
Mm-hmm.
Like the plan was to just build that company and just let him have it. Like to let it be how I pass it on to him and he do it from there. But so I'll be doing some different things. They'll see me come with the tequila next and some other things.
Right.
Put in the portfolio and then let it grow.
Yeah.
You know?
A lot of people don't know, and I'm learning this in the last couple of months, being involved with sports. Your partnerships, I was looking at the Houston Rockets, Sacramento Kings, the Houston Texans, the Houston Astros, the Indiana Pacers, the Orlando Magic, the Washington Commanders, the Minnesota Timberwolves. And I'm sitting there seeing over the last year or two or so, like, what the fuck 50 doing courtside at the Sacramento Kings game?
What you doing in Sacramento?
What's going on? And then I'm learning that you have these partnerships with your brand, with these sports teams. Could you explain to us the partnership that you have?
Well, my partnerships with the owners direct.
Right.
So Vivek in Sacramento, and then with Tillman in Houston, and then the Astros. As soon as we got there, like I got the Astros, the Texans, the Rockets all at the same time. And it was it's crazy because I think when I keep it a buck, right? I think when you have everything, the cool is the object.
Right.
It's to figure out what's really cool.
Right.
And then when the guys that are like the really rich guys, the owners,
right,
when they keep seeing you around other guys that are their equivalent,
right,
they look and go, bring me that. That's cool. So they want to be around me too because they keep seeing me with the other guys that
the right people, right,
like in the right circles, and then it starts to open up. Like now it's like 11 professional sports teams,
right,
and then it's ill because when the NFL has no issues, things like that. This is why I was saying I knew what old boy was doing,
right,
with the Super Bowl, because he was doing like slipping shit, like
go ahead.
He was doing some wild shit, because he was saying that to Eminem that the NFL had the issue with me. And I'm like, well, what's the issue? Why don't I have an issue when I'm becoming a partner in the actual team, but they got an issue with my performance?
Right.
Makes no sense.
So
You know what I mean?
I was going to get to that later, but since we're here now. And when he says old boy, for the audience that don't know, he's talking about Jay-Z. This was discussed before. Jay-Z told Dr. Dre, just for people who's not up on this, or Eminem, that he didn't want you to perform part of that Super Bowl they had a couple years ago. Why do you think that is?
Well, I just
threatened.
Possibly. Not even threatened. You know, I think it's just when you take the competition from like our culture is competitive, man. It is, but I think when it goes past the music itself to blocking things in business, then I don't understand that. Like
Right.
right now, he's not even competing for a slot.
Mhm.
You don't have a new song out that he want to be on the top 10 or top 5,
Right.
and you still competing. It don't make sense. Like, what are we competing for?
Tell me.
What's the goal? Like this even look a lot of the
Mhm.
even a lot of the competitive stuff, or what we would call it beef, right? And
Right.
it changed. That terminology changed from when it's Biggie and Tupac, because we start saying the things that people would say that cause beef in the environment.
Right.
When before that, they called it battling in our culture,
Right.
right? Because that's what it is until it turns into some street shit. Like,
Right.
so when you're not competing for those things anymore, and you start looking and you're going, so what was the problem? You can't exactly remember what the problem was. That's what went through with Joe.
Mhm.
Like my issue with Joe, I was like, yo, I think what was the like, when did we bump into each other and have an altercation or anything?
Right.
It wasn't that. It was just he's loyal to a default.
Right.
He was so loyal that he
Mhm.
was like on a side without having to be on the side.
Right.
Right.
You know, and then that, you know, it dissolves itself over time because you ain't really got an issue.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely. Talk to me real quick before we get back into anything music wise. Let's stick with the sports. You have this thing called the fifth quarter. Explain what the
Yeah.
fifth quarter is.
The fifth quarter is whenever people leave the game early,
Mhm.
trying to beat the
And,
traffic.
and yes, so we talk about sports teams
Yeah.
when they leave in the professional sports events.
Right. That
Right.
I create these social lounges like in Houston Rockets, then Toyota Center,
Mhm.
the arenas. The fifth quarter is the social area where they go to the bar and hang out. It's a little
In the
party.
arenas.
Yeah, in the arenas.
Right.
So instead of trying to run out early, like they leave them before. If the game is close, you just got to go through the traffic
Right.
because you're like, damn, it's only a 1-point game, 2-point game. They're not sure who's gonna win the game.
Mhm.
But a lot of times, like, people get up and start leaving at the end of the fourth quarter because they're trying to beat the traffic out of the actual arena, and instead now they just come hang out because it's a cooler. The environment is just cooler now.
Right. You had a boxing promotion company once.
Yeah, yeah.
What happened with the boxing promotion company?
That really happened, Ken, because of my relationship with Floyd.
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't have interest in being a promoter like out the gate. It was just he was doing Mayweather promotions at the
Right.
time, and then he had to do 90 days. He was going to jail.
Mhm.
And he had fighters. He had Marcus Gamboa. He had guys that was just lingering. I'm like, champ, if they're gonna go, they're gonna leave. You go to jail, they're just gonna leave. Like,
Right.
and he had been giving them 50,000 and 50,000 and 50,000. He had already gave Gamboa about 300,000
Mhm.
to chill on the side. And then we ended up, when he did go in, I ended up picking up all the fighters.
Right.
And so it's Ruckus Gamboa. I had James Kirkland, Andre Durrell, Billy Dipp. He was the IBF champion at that point, and then a few other guys younger guys that I picked up. But it's interesting. Like, you don't want to go into business with fighters.
Why not? Explain that.
Their temperament is built on the way the business runs. So it's like they fight, get the money, spend the money, then fight again.
Right.
So in cycle, like they become loyal to whoever can provide for them when
Just
they
feeding
done.
them.
When they done with the money. Like, so if in that cycle, if you spent the money and then you looking around and then Al look out for you, that person is Al Heyman. You see what I'm saying? So you're gonna stay loyal to Al Heyman because he keep looking out for you when you burn the money down before you go fight again. You know what I'm saying? So even they got this thing where they're prone to commitment based on that. Even though they got the fight in itself give them an appetite for a lot of women.
Right.
But they still commit to someone because they want someone to be with them when they're on their lowest points.
Mhm. You still watch boxing?
Yeah.
Who your favorite fighter right now?
Right now, I'm working with Bud, man. I'm rocking with Bud.
Rocking with Bud. What about Tank? Tank has a fight coming up. Tank announced today, actually, that he's retiring. You believe that?
No,
Yeah.
no, it's not time to retire.
Right.
I think Tank he's a killer for the group of the fighters, the little fighters the game. He's tough as nails.
He was arguing with Shakur today, or yesterday, right?
Was he?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
He was saying he don't think he deserved to fight.
He basically
or even to be in the conversation.
They
Yet.
should fight though. They need to fight.
that's the
Oh
problem.
yeah, Shakur and Tank. Yeah.
To me, that's really the problem. Well, even before Ryan stepped in,
Wasn't
you
he
had
beefing with Shakur, nigga?
you got oh,
At
me,
one
Shakur?
point,
Oh,
you said
me?
something.
Yeah, they was beefing.
Everybody, listen. Let me tell you
He was
something.
beefing with Clarissa Shields the other day.
Let me tell you something. This shit worse than rap. These niggas, these niggas tender, yo. Yo, I swear to God. And then I'm sitting there figuring, like, I'm trying to navigate this shit because I'm new doing this shit the last year and a half, going on 2 years, probably in May, a year and a half. And I'm like, Stephen A. Smith has said ain't no big deal. Skip Bayless say ain't no big deal. Cam said it's a big deal because they care more about where it come from. Pause, but I still got a job to do.
And it's a cultural connection. Like you
Yeah.
think, look, even what's on MSNBC, what's the name? Ari Noble.
Yeah.
He's number one. His connection is hip hop culture because he grew up listening to the music. He can make that kind of connection. Some of the stuff, information that he's talking about is going over the audience's head. But when he say that line that matches up, they go, oh, okay. They understand. They feel more comfortable watching what he's saying.
Right.
You already a part of it. So
Yeah,
when you say something, they're going, why the fuck he said that about me? They get upset about that shit.
That's the way Cam said. That's why.
Yeah, yo.
You a sarcastic nigga, bro.
I mean, I don't mean to be, it's just.
But between the two of them, I think Shakur's a serious defensive fighter.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that.
Well, the thing
got
about it
something
is,
to stop
you know
that.
what it is with Shakur is that a lot of just people label him boring. Then they
Right.
say he hasn't fought anybody. He's from Newark.
Uh
He got booed in Newark.
oh.
Number he fought on ESPN and wasn't pay per view. So we're acknowledging just reading all this shit. Fuck them. That's the next thing niggas always try to do. Fuck them old nigga. I don't care, nigga. That's nigga's favorite line. You fuck them. One nigga, I look better than y'all niggas. Y'all niggas not getting the money I'm getting. Y'all niggas not as fly as I am. Y'all niggas is pathetic, nigga. And then a lot of niggas outside of being athletes, these niggas, as far as rappers, anything else, these niggas is cooked. They on drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Real
So
shit.
it's a whole nother dynamic. Like, calling me old nigga, it's either two things. You gonna get older, you gonna die young.
Yeah.
Don't die young, nigga.
That's real right there.
So that's just
Yeah,
what it is. So that's just the only thing you got.
Yo, look though. I think out of the two of them though, that Tank
Yeah.
still with that. You know, I watched Tank be feeling like he'd be losing the fight though. Like he'd be.
I think, to be honest, he is losing on the scorecards, but
Yeah,
he think
and
that
he's
he's gonna
still
knock
knocking
him
him
out.
out. Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen. He had 32 fights, 30 knockouts.
Yeah.
So I think that's what happened.
He get him tired. I don't know, but he got to stop losing them rounds while he getting him tired.
Somebody gonna eventually just run
And just get the fuck away from him.
Get the fuck away from the nigga and just eventually end up winning the scorecards. Look, why did you choose Shreveport to build your studio at?
Well, it was already set up.
Okay.
Like Millennium Studios was there, and when I first started looking at film and television, Avi Lerner was the person that I came in contact with right away. He was looking at things completely different, Cam. Like I thought the passion that we put into the project would make it great, like make a hit. Like
Right.
the way we would build the album in recording studio. It's not that. Avi was looking at it like, is it good? Like he didn't even read the script. He looking at his man, it's good. Okay, we got Stallone. It's action, it's on genre. We can get this much for it in this many territories. So he already knew how much he was gonna make off of it.
Right.
Selling it off the rights in those different territories. And I'm like, I didn't look at film like that. I looked at it like concept, creative, the creative side of things. And then he had Millennium already there, I was able to talk to him. I did the Expendables, the last Expendables with Stallone, Megan Fox, and Dolph Lundgren and them. And we was in Bulgaria shooting that movie.
Right.
And I was able to talk to him there about Shreveport. I was like, what was wrong with it? He said nothing, the incentive just went away.
Right.
So when they moved the tax incentive from Shreveport, a lot of people that worked in Shreveport gravitated to Atlanta. It's the closest area that a lot of film production is going on, and they just rocked out there. And then, so it's a lot of political stuff that makes things shift and go the other way. And then they almost did it again, because while I was in the middle of getting things together to start filming out there, it came up with with them wanting to change the tax incentive again, and I'm like,
Right.
but it worked out though.
Right. That's what's up. That's
Yeah.
dope. We see you talking or you mentioning talking to Tyler Perry lately. You guys
Yeah.
got something in the work, or you just get advice from him? What's your guys' relationship?
Well, he hit me to different companies that are creating technology that are making the older way of filming this stuff obsolete. Like, so he's like they this big major screen like this. It's like a oval shaped backdrop that you shoot the digital content on and you put on. And he was like they made this 3 years ago. They paid $25 million for it. They want to sell it to me now for $8 million, and it'll be worth $4 million in 2 years.
Right.
And I'm like, you gonna buy that? I wouldn't buy that. Now with it going down like that, right? Yeah. He said, nah, I'm not gonna get it. But I'm telling you, he was explaining, like breaking down how fast the technology is changing. The stuff you could do with AI is crazy. Like it's not,
Right.
you know, like in my editing bay in Shreveport, what was half of it, the what was originally the editing bay, half of it is AI technicians, and the other half is editors now, because it doesn't make sense to not be in that, you know, in the loop.
Lane, got you. I seen Den of Thieves Part 2 is coming out. When's that coming out? What's your involvement with it?
That one is January.
Okay.
That'll be the next picture that the executive produced that goes in the theaters.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
I was looking and did you ever, because we just was talking about, I don't think we was on camera talking about it yet, but you was with Steve Stout in Qatar.
Yeah.
Did y'all used to have beef, or it seemed like it was beef?
That was
it
a part
seemed
of the
like
thing.
it, yeah, but
Too.
yeah, so that was a part of it, because
Yeah.
me and Steve talk often, and I'll be like, yo, I see you with 50, y'all niggas good. He's like, we never had beef. And I'm like, I'm not sure. It seemed like y'all niggas might have had some problems. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know the details, but he's like, nah, we never had a problem. And I'm like, I'm gonna ask the nigga fifth.
Now,
man.
you know what is happening, because Steve, he actually did the deal with the Trackmaster.
Okay.
He did the deal then, like in the beginning. So it was cool from the very beginning. And then, look, after I got hit, when I came back around, he meet me, we sat, we talked. He had deals with the Rough Riders over at Interscope, and then he had Timbaland. And he goes, nobody wanted to touch it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I understood it was the same reason when we was talking about with Puffy. Like, Puff they didn't want to inherit my issue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, great, just stay, you know, like to keep the distance away from me, because I didn't want to be involved with anybody that wasn't comfortable with me, because I was going to do what I'm going to do anyway.
Right.
And then, man, what ended up happening, like that at that point, it felt like he called me because he wanted to know exactly what was going on, and then afterwards he didn't answer the phone anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I had that energy towards him, and then he was saying something about I think, you know, he's in Jay's camp so much that you see Dame even said it. He said he's talking for him, because he'll be defensive in Jay's behalf. So if you're being competitive with him in any way, the things that you see from Stout will make you feel like he's doing that for him, or he's saying that, and that's what he's repeating.
Got you.
And then that's where that came from.
He act like it was never known. When I spoke to the nigga, I said, listen, man, I see some shit in Madison Square
Yeah, I
Garden.
was gone.
The nigga
Just
even
talking
looked
about
like...
that. I was just asking on the plane. I just asked you about
Yeah, I said it looked like in Madison Square Garden he ran down on you. But that's what the picture, you know, picture might be deceiving. Let's leave it to Steve. It wasn't no
It
problem.
was a walk down. It was
Oh, it's like fucking talking to you for a minute.
What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah, that's dope. Also, because I seen last time we seen each other, he had that seminar for United Masters or what he had going on. And I seen your interview, and you explained how you did Power in the beginning for $17,000 an episode. What was the thought process behind doing that? And did you see the bigger picture, and that's why you took the amount that you
Cam,
took?
I just wanted to do it so bad. Nobody from our culture produced television.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that, we have hit feature films, and across the board, you know. So, but when we got to, like, I pitched Power to everybody, and they was like, nah. They didn't want to do it. And then I went and made music that kind of represented each one of the characters, and we came back to pitch again, and we pitched it, and we just go, should tell a portion of the story, and then we press play. And the last place they spend money in the production is on music, because the director created dream sequence of what he would want to put the flyest shit possible in his actual episode, and then the music supervisor will come in and replace it with things
Right.
that's comparable that'll make it cost efficient. But it's
Right.
the last place they spend the money is on the music licensing. And I'm like, I want to make something that felt like the Curtis Mayfield's soundtrack to Superfly.
Right.
It matched so well, again. It was like those points where the character was like staring off and the music was saying what he was thinking. Instead of it being, like, it's when you let the images match the music. You know how you watch the show and then you hear something that wouldn't sell on iTunes? And you're going, they spent $1 gazillion on the project.
Right.
Why you didn't put the money right there where the music would make me feel a certain way?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Music is important.
it's powerful,
It's
yeah.
very powerful in movies and television. We was looking at some shit that they put good times in the background. It's a love scene, and you put the wrong music back, it turns into something different. Yeah. When it go ahead.
But I took the 17,000. I didn't care. I wanted to do it. Like, I think the first 3 seasons of Power, they wouldn't accept the cast of Power onto Good Morning America if I wasn't there.
Right.
So I'm doing 50 Cent. I'm out at night. I come out 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, nah, just give me my suit.
Right.
I just put the suit on. I go do Good Morning America. Then I go to sleep because it don't make sense. I got to be there for 5 o'clock. It's already 4:30. Just let me just put the suit on and go do it.
Right.
You know.
So we talking about Power. We seen Ghost have a little problem.
Yeah.
I still call the nigga Ghost. I don't know nothing else. I call him
Omari.
Yeah. What was the problem with you and him, and why was he so mad? Now, real quick before you tell me, I'm just a nigga on the outside looking in. And I'll be honest with you. When I first seen Power the first season, I was like, this shit is dope. I actually came to your office, we was talking about it. And I didn't know it was going to turn into the monster it turned into. Tommy got a show, Little Ghost got a show, everybody got a show. And was he feeling, and I'm just asking because I don't know, I didn't really dive into what y'all niggas' problem was, but was he feeling niggas killed me off early?
Yeah, look.
After the shit went crazy?
What's crazy about that? What's crazy about people have success for the first time. Sometimes they need it to be theirs, all theirs. Like they want it to be their success, right?
Right.
There's no one person responsible for a hit television show. It's a collective.
Right.
Right? Now, without me there to be the marketing, to make the music, the theme song for the joint, and be everywhere that I'm at, performing the theme song to the actual thing to make it connect in a different way. And then everything else, like in the very beginning, getting the show picked up, period. Like I part of the process of hiring them, right? At points when it wasn't financially in a good space, he will tell you I gave him the money. The rest of the company didn't give him the money. You know, I was only getting $17,000 per episode. How am I giving him the money? I'm giving it to him from out of my pocket, bro.
Right.
So when you do that, like, and what happens is when he's saying that he feel like they didn't pay him is because he sees himself as the face of the entire network.
So just real clear, so I'm catching up. He said he didn't get paid. That's what the problem was?
He said he didn't get paid enough. He thought he should get more.
Oh, okay.
You know, and while he's saying that, immediately they're going to look to me. Our audience is going to say, well, the hip-hop culture, youth culture. So immediately going to say 50 didn't pay him. Because you heard him say 50 and Courtney or whoever. They don't know who Courtney is.
Right.
Bro. So they're going to like 50 didn't pay him.
Shit, give me that 150.
Now look,
150 a week.
50 paid me.
I'll take that.
No, but
I'll take that 150 a week. That's why I'm in acting
Let me
class.
tell you something. Let me tell you something. And this is really how this should go. And I can't speak for 50's experiences, just from my experiences. Niggas be thinking you they accountant. For real. You get niggas the money and then they wow the fuck out. They want to buy 4 cars at a time. They want to go move to Alpine, New Jersey. These niggas want to have a 17,000 square foot house. You know, they want to have 16 chains. And then when they go broke, these niggas be like, Cam or sucker.
Oh shit, it's careful.
Yeah.
Look, it's always look.
That's
you
how
know,
it goes.
look, in the history of artists, right? Why they go wrong? They're gonna say it was the record company. When the record company is an individual because he's running the actual company, it's Cam or it's 50 or it's somebody that they can point to specifically, it's his fault because he's still doing financially in a place where he can do whatever he want to do. And because they now feeling like they have restraints, it's your fault. They're gonna make it your fault every time. Like, look, this is all of the artists. Ask them what happened when they're not popping no more. They'd be like, it was the record company. The record company wasn't responsible for making you hot. They picked you because you had the highest probability of selling.
Right.
But we got high before we got to them.
That is true.
We built the momentum before we got all of the mixtape work. Everything else that you've done to build consistency. Consistency is the key to all success. If you can consistently work at something, you can consistently shoot the jump shot, you're going to go to the league. If you consistently run, catch the ball, you're going to go to the league. Like, that'll happen, but you got to work at it until your technique and you are good enough at it for them to actually give you the shot. And that's the process that we're going through. But they're always going to blame whoever's in the driver's seat around. You know?
50 Cent presents In the Club. 6 exclusive Las Vegas shows at PH Live at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino from Friday, December 27th through January 4th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know.